Hello there. I've been hunting Entei all month with no luck, and I've been doing some thinking. If I can't increase my odds of finding Entei, then maybe there's a way I can decrease my odds of finding other Pokemon. So I decided I was going to catch every male Meowth I saw in order to decimate their population on Route 38. I've been catching Meowths for 2 or 3 weeks now, and so far my efforts have been futile, but I will keep going. For Entei and for shiny Meowths, I will not rest until I run out of box space. Well, guess we stop here. So how many Meowths did we catch? Did we find Entei, or did we find something much more valuable? Find out on this episode of I Caught Everything. You all know I'm a huge Meowth enthusiast already. A big, large Meowth enthusiast. So it's pretty obvious why I chose to catch these Meowths, but I would like to explain my thought process a little bit. I'm already going to be on this route hunting for Entei and Johto, and encountering hundreds upon hundreds of Meowths, so I figured why not catch them and put them to use. An age-old use, as commodities, and sell them for cold, hard, well-earned Pokeyen. Meowth has a relatively high catch rate already, but at 1 HP after false swipe from our Swarm Scyther, with a good old classic Pokeball, his rate is 98%. With Pokeballs costing only 200 Pokeyen, this is a seriously cheap way to farm, and that's exactly what we did. If you want to catch Meowths like me and my pal Scyther here, let me tell you where. So where can you catch Meowth? Well, a ton of places. Route 5 south of Cerulean is a classic spot for catching our whiskered friend here, and Kindle Road on Island 1 in the Sevi Isles is another great option. With a chance for horde spawns over there, hordes help when shiny hunting, but I wouldn't really recommend catching Pokemon in hordes, unless it's a shiny of course. Staying in the Sevi Isles for now, Meowth can be found at Treasure Beach, on Island 2 at Cape Brink, Island 3 at Bond Bridge, Island 5 Meadow, as well as its big sister Persian, but we don't talk about Persian on this channel. Meowth can also be found on Island 6 at Ruin Valley and Island 7's Canyon entrance. And lastly, the spot where I farmed all of the Meowths in this video, Route 38 in Johto. My setup for this was bare bones and extremely simple. Since my only goal was to find Entei, I just used my trusty Scyther with Swarm, False Swipe, and Thief. He has an adamant nature with 31 HP and attack. I trained him for 252 attack, 158 HP, and I had to put 100 in speed because my Scyther is a tad slow with only a single speed IV. If your Scyther isn't a snail drying out in the sun like mine, you can just skip the speed EVs and put them all in HP. The method for catching these Meowths is even easier than the setup. Go to your preferred location, we will be in Johto for the purposes of this video, and just walk back and forth. Mind your own business until you find a wild, rabid animal bursting with ferocious feline energy. Look at him. You know he's up to something. Anyway, if it's a male Meowth, use False Swipe and then throw a standard Pokeball at him. 98% of the time, this will catch him 100% of the time. If, however, the rambunctious cat before you is female, use Thief for a chance of Amulet Coin. Simply rinse and repeat this process until you run out of box space like me, you catch your prized Entei, or you get bored and go do something more productive, like building your very own TEDDIURSA using our new video series, Stronger Than You Think. Link in the description, card above. Well, with my first shameless plug out of the way, let's get on to the numbers. In total, we caught 420 Meowths. Funny, I know, but that's just how much bank space I had. 75 of the Meowths have at least 131 IV, and 345 of them do not. I won't go through specific IVs or stat totals for them because there's simply too many, and I'm sure you don't need me to tell you I caught 13 with this stat and 17 with that stat. Anyway, drumroll please, and the total revenue from catching every male Meowth I saw is 1,150,885 Pokeyen. Jeez, that's a whole lot of dough. But wait, they say there's only 2 things guaranteed in life, death and taxes. And now we have to pay ours. The GTL listing fees alone set us back a massive 480,000 Pokeyen. And in Pokeballs, 84,000. Anyway, now to the fun part, actual profit. We made, with our grubby little paws, a whopping 586,885 Pokeyen. And folks, that makes this our most profitable venture yet. But what if I told you there was something more, something legendary? That's right, ladies and gentlemen, I caught Entei during the making of this video. Look at him, so majestic, so stoic, so hot. Literally, geez, he's on fire. No wonder he's known as the Volcano Pokemon. I'm glad I soaked you with my Smeargle, geez. Sorry. Went off the rails a little bit there. With Entei added to our collection, this is shaping up to be our most successful endeavor so far. But what if I told you, seriously again, there was something more, something shiny. You guessed it, shiny Meowth coming in as number 8 in our small but growing army of cats. I was very surprised with this one after going over a month dry on this cool cat. It's absolutely wonderful. You can watch my full live reaction in this video, links in the description. Well, we've had our fun and tallied our treasure. Let's get back to our review. That was wild. I had an absolute blast with this one, guys. I have nothing but good things to say about this method. If you're doing the storyline, walking to an alpha, or looking for Entei yourself, catching every male you see is great. If you're a new player, returning veteran, a billionaire, or a guy who just needs a little more cheddar for his next upgrade, catching all the males you see is pretty much always going to turn a profit. I could not recommend this method more. This is getting the Maebari seal of approval. Thank you all so much for going on this journey with me through Johto. This is just one stop on our trip around PokeMMO to catch everything. I hope you were entertained or at least learned a little something on this episode. I can't wait to see you on our next episode, and as always, I'm Maebari. This is Entei. Thanks for watching.